Okay. I don't know how to keep track of it. Quick.
Here we go. Hey, good evening, everyone. Welcome here to Keystone Coin on a weekly Thursday evening auction. Glad you're here. My name is Ron. If you have any issues, let us know. We'll get you straightened out. All right, here people, welcome as well. All right, as you can see by our screen down here, guys, we do have internet bidding, and you can watch numbers go up on there. They should go up I think so. Anyways, keep in mind, everything we auction is sold on lien sale paperwork. There are no warranties, guarantees, or anything as far as the make, the model, the year, the color, or anything else. Okay. So what you see is what you get. All right. Couple of warnings before we get into the rest of the stuff. When you take a car out, don't unload trash in the street or on the sidewalk. All right. Is that you? Are you guilty? Don't do that because we've got cameras up and down the street here, and you know, neighbors are not going to take kindly to that. So they've already started to complain. Don't park your cars out there and leave them, okay? You leave your car out there overnight, it's going to get impounded, okay? So don't leave it overnight out there. You'll have no license plate on it, and you will get it impounded, okay? Just a fair warning. Okay, let's see here. As far as payment goes, once you are the successful bidder, all right, you will come up with a window here and pay cash. We'll take credit cards, MasterCard, Visa, and debit cards, as long as those cards are in your name are ready to bid. All right, that's the way that works. Online people, come in tomorrow at 8 a.m. We'll open up at 8 a.m. Right, you have the 12 noon to get your car out. Right. Same will go for you guys here. If you can't get your car out tonight, you get your 12 noon tomorrow to get it out. If you leave it here past 12 noon tomorrow, where you will be assessed a penalty fee equal to a day's worth of storage. We don't want to do that, so please get your vehicles out of here so we can have the space and set up the next auction, okay? All right, I think I covered the do's and the don'ts. Let's see here.
Okay, let me see what I got. Okay.
All right, take your phone to me.
For you.
Okay, here we go. Hey, we're just having fun.
There's always a comedian somewhere.
Yes, yeah. Don't quit your day job.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Here's number one.
I won't.
Here we go. Here comes, this guy looks like he's lost or something.
Yeah.
Here's an old Ford, so you got a Prius. Hey, Ford automatic, straight over run. Hey, look at this here. That's how we tell guys. But it does run, it runs, man. Here it is, we've got 1,000. I have 1,000 to go where? Well, how about 5 to start? How about 5 here, now say it's here, you're gonna go $600, 500, 600, 600, 700, 6.5, no 7, no half, 7.5, no 800, no half, no 9, no half. What a half, got 1,000, got a half. How about half there, 50, you gotta go 50, 50, about 1,100. How about 11, go 11 here, 10.5. How about 11? How about 11? Going to be 11, right there, and a half. 11 and a half, and 12. That's 75, and 12. How about 12? And a quarter. How about 12 and a quarter? 12 here, 12 and a quarter, and a quarter, and a quarter down here, and we have 10. 1,200, I think he's number 171. Is that right, sir? Are you 171? Hello? 171. Okay, thank you very much. Double check, right? Right? Forum, RMN, Shadowrun, listen, that's a good title, okay? Hey, somebody gave me $1,000 on that one. How about 1,000 to go where? How about 5 here? 5, 6. How about 6? Maybe go 600 down here, right here, and 7. How about 7, 6.5, almost 7, 700, not 50. And the 50, you're gonna go 50, 50, right here, now 80 here, 50, 59 here, 99. And now $1,000 only here, 1,000. At a time to go here, how about 975, 9.5, 975 on line, now 1,000. And 1,000 here you go top. 1,000, and 1,000 to go, 1,000 to go, we sold him on line for 975. Three. We're going to say this spot. Yeah, come, see that, check it out. That's the kind of guitar, you know. All right, here we go. Somebody gave me $1,000 on that one. How about 1,000 for here? You want 1,000? How about 1,000 here? 5, 6. How about 6? We're going to be 600. How about $600? We'll 7. We're going to go 7, 7. Now 8. How about 800 here? He's on half. Now 8. Now half. I got a half. Now 9. How about 9? There you go 9. Give me a half here. 875. Now 9. A quarter. And a quarter. 9 here. And a quarter. A quarter and a half. And now 75. And 75, 1,000 and a quarter, and 1,050, 75, 1,100, and 11 and a quarter, now half, 11 and a half, 1150, 1150, 50, 1,150 right here, and 75, $500 here, 12. I'm at 12, 1175, take 12. I get 12 and a quarter, now half, now 75, or 75, or 75, and now 13. How about 13? We're gonna go 13. Money's called 75. How about 13? 13 right there in the quarter. And the quarter guys, I have 13. 13 and a quarter. And the quarter down here we have silver tank for 1,300. 1,300. Guys, what's your number? You got 2 numbers there. Number 125. Okay, thank you. All right, here's number 4. Here comes up only 15 for the Honda Administrator, right? Hey, also comes with salvage title, guys. Here it is. We've got about 9. How about 9 get it out? 5 get it out. Get 5. He said 4, 4.5, not 5, not half. And 6. Up at 6. I'll get 5. Give me 75. How about 5 75? I'm going to go 70, 75. Now 6. How about 6? Right here, right here in the corner. How about 6 on line? Now a quarter and a quarter and a half. 650. How about 50, 50? You're going to go 56 and a quarter. 6.5. He's in there 6 and a quarter, 6.5, half, 75. How about 75? I'm gonna go 75. I'm gonna go 75, 675. Here we have silver tank, 650 on line, 650 on. Here's number 5. Here comes another 7. Hey, beautiful. Runs two guys. What do you do? He said, what happened? 3.5. I got a quarter. How about 3.25? Now half. 3, 50, 75, 4, 4. Now quarter, now half, 75. Then a quarter and a half. I got 175 cents. How about six? Now a quarter. And a quarter over here, need a half where? How about 650 money, 6 a quarter here on site. How about 650 right here in the 75, and the $700 here in 7. 7, not quarter. A quarter now half, 750. And the 15, gonna go 50, 50, 7 quarters here, 750, the 50 here, no 75. And now 800 now here, in the quarter, 25, online the day, a quarter, half, a half, 75, 75, 9, number 9, use 875 here, I need 9 guys. Number 9, here, so all off. Number 9, there go 9 down here, then 9 down. So 10. For 875, number 8 is the buyer here, is number 6. 13, infinity, 237, here. 150 on the key charge. I get so 3.5. I got 350, 40, 75, 400, 400, 75. And a quarter, and a half, 75, 6, and a quarter, and 75. How about 75, 7 and a quarter, and a quarter, give me quarter, and a half, 750, 75. How about 75, money 75, now 8 and a quarter, 8 and a quarter, 8 and a quarter, and a half, 8 and a half, 825 and a half, now 75, now 9. How about 9, you're gonna go 9, hands in the air. How about 9, get a number, and then you're gonna go 9 down here, so 10. 875 on number 7. Here's an elite model. Hey, you gotta be in the all right, 150 on the key charge. Hey, you put a time percent. How about 5? How about 5? Tough price. 5, 6. How about 6? Now he's 5 already. I need 6. How about half? No 6. And a half. And 7. 7, 7 and a half. Now 8 and a half. 8 and a half. 850. Now 9 and a half. Now 1,000 and a half. And 11 and a half. How about 11 and a half? 11, 11 and a half. 12 and a half. Right here. How about 13? Now half. Now 14. We're going to go 14. 14. Now half. Now 15. We're going to go 15. Now half. And now 16. And a half. And 17. We're going to go 17 and a half. 18. How about 18 and a half? 18, 50, 19. We're going to go 19 and a half. And a half. So yes. And a half. Now 2. 2 grand. Now half. Now 1. About 21 now, and a half, he's 21, 21 and a half, now 2, we're going to get 22 now high, 22, 50, and 50, you're going to go 50, 50, 50, you're 22, you're 2200, 50, 50, 50, now 3, here now, 50, and 50, you're coming again, I'm at 23 and a half, I have 23.
You got 23?
I do. 23 and a half, now 4, now half, how about a half? 24. I do, 24 and a half, 24, 50, 24, 50, 50, said yes or no? 24 and a half, I said, nope, sold it, thank you. $2,400. 173, confusion. Pacific, guys, right? All right, these are good polish right there. I get about 900. How about 900 bucks? 500 bucks? What do you say? How about 500, 503? Take the quarter, 3,000, 11, 12, 13. How about 13? Only 12 here. I need 13. I got a half. No 13. No half. How about half? He's 13 on each side. 13 a quarter. 13 and a half. And the 75. How about 75? 14. Now a quarter. And a half. 14, 50, 75, 75, 15. Now a half. And 16. Now a half. And 17, now half. And a half here, money 70, 1 half. If you guys are going to bid, you got to put your hands up. 17 and a half, there it is. 18, 18, now half. And a half, not be shy.
19.
19, that's even better. 19 and a half and 2. How about 2? 2 grand. On site, 19 and a half here. 2 grand and a half, now 1. How about 21? You guys are all up here, 21. How about 21? Now higher, 21, 50, 21 some money. How about 21, 50, you're going to go 50, 50, and the 50 here, and we have silver tank. 2,100 on. There's an old 7, so you get a camera card, okay? Hey, you go salvage how you done, so you get a how about 500 bucks? He said 3, 3 and a quarter. How about 3 and a quarter here? 3's money, 3 and a quarter. And a half, no 75. How about 75 and a quarter? 400 and a quarter. And a quarter here, now a half, 4.5 to 75. How about 75 and a half, 5, 500 and a 5 and a quarter. How about 5 and a quarter, now a half, 550, 75. How about 75, 600. And now a quarter, 6 and a quarter, 6 over here. How about 6 and a quarter right there? Now half, now 75, and 7 and a quarter, and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 75. Now 800, now give me 8 and a quarter, and a half, 8 and a half, he's 825, 850, and now 875, now 9 and a quarter, and 25. How about quarter, 9 and a quarter, and a half, 9 and a half, now 75, and now 1,000, and now a quarter, and now a half, and here 50, and now 75, and 75, now so 50 here. How about 10, 75, going to go 75, 75, here, now 11 and a quarter, and a half. He's 11 and a half, he's 11 and a quarter, 11 and a half, and 75, 12. How about 12? Come on, guys, let's go. How about 12? I'll get you with me. 11, 75, 12. How about 12? No? A quarter and a half. 12 and a half, 75. How about 75? We should have got this so a minute ago. How about 12, 75? You're 12 and a half, 75 and 13. 13 and a quarter and a half. No, 75. 75. He's 13 and a half here. 75 on line 14. How about 14? We're going to go 14. We're going to go 14 and a quarter. And the quarter, minus 14. You need a quarter. There's big, that old babies, man. Come on. I got 14, 14 and a quarter. 14 and a quarter and a quarter here. So it's that right there. At 1400, 1400, what's your number? 6, right? There you go. Here's number 10. Here comes the next one. Yeah, there it is. $4 automatic. What do you do? $500? He says 2 and a quarter. How about 2 and a quarter here? Hey, that's quarter, half. How about 2 and a half? Money's 2 and a quarter, 2 and a half. How about 250, 50, you're gonna go 50, and we sold 10. 225, number 6. 6 is my read. Here's an elite. He's on the bottom house. Here, 4 All right. Make sure you put the right off the car, okay? All right, hey, 150 in a piece right here, guys. I'll tell you what, it rhymes and goes, 1,000. He says 2, 3. How about 3 here, 2, I got 3, 4. How about 3, no 4, now 5. I got 5, no 6. How about 600 right here, and the 7, we're gonna go 7, 7, 7, he says, big 7, now 8. How about 8, now 9. How about 9, we're gonna go 9, now 1,000, and 1,000, and 1,000 to go, like 1,000, 11, 12. How about 12? He said 11, 12, give me half. How about 11, 50, 50, 50, 11, how about 50, 50, and we start with 10. 1,100 to 124, 1,100. Here's number 12. I'm going to try that. Should it on be? We have it on be. And the option. Hey, it's not going to go. Second. The time's going to go where? I'm going to look in this one. What? I'm not on here. It's message. Okay, fine. He said, 3, 3 to the quarter. A quarter now, half, yeah. 75 and 4. How about 4 here, 4 here, and here, 4, 50. And the 51, I got a quarter here on site. 4 and a half. 4, 50, I'm going to go 50, 50, 75. Now 5. And what 5? We're going to go 5. That way you go. 5. And now a quarter. Now a quarter. Now a half. How about 5 and a half? Each time a quarter half. Now 75. And now 6. How about 6? 600. How about 6 to the dollar? Minus 75 is 6. How about 6 to the dollar? Now quarter here. 600 here. You need a quarter. How about 6 and a quarter and a quarter? Hold on. 6 and a quarter and 7. Or 600, number 6 to live, 6 to live, number 15 is number 6. 100, 200, inside the side of that. 585, let's see here, who about 9 here, 9 bucks, 5 bucks. Who get 500 out of it? 5, you want 5? 3, 3 get a quarter, half. How about 3 and a half? Money's 3 get a quarter, 3 and a half, get around. How about 350, 50, no, we sold it 10. 325, number 6 is somewhere, right? There's an all night. 328, hold on, how did it? 3,000? You want 1,000? I thought he did, it's just changing, so. 1,000, 5, 3, 4. I got 3 and 4, 3 and a quarter, 3 and a half. Number 315, gonna go 50, 53, 50, 350, no 75. And 75, we said, yeah, 375. Right here, my four. And four, wait, 75,
I got four.
not 40. Not 40 half. How about a half? 450, 440 on site. How about 450, 50, 450, 450, no 75, no 500. How about 5, now quarter. How about 5 quarter right here, 550. And 50, 50, 50, give me half. Give me half. Regular, half, 6.5. 550, 550 now, 75. Each time and a half here. 575, now 6. How about 6? A quarter. Now a quarter. On side at 6. Yes, sir. 6 and a quarter. How about 6 and a quarter? Okay, fine. Now a half. Now 75. How about 75? I'm going to go 675. 675. How about 675? Then we have solar tank for $615. Remember, is survival. No free market. Right? Automatic, 80 salary side. How much, he said, great, I'll take it, not quarter. How much do I get a quarter? 3 interior, quarter where? How much do I get a quarter? Quarter in the hand, 350, your turn. How about 350, 50, 350, 350, 50? He says, no, I say sold at 325, number 6 is liar, here, 7. Here we go, guys. So, you know that? That's it. Hey, how about Thousand? How about Thousand to go? 5. What's that, 2 grand? 300. He's trying to rent it, and I'm trying to sell it. I got a quarter, 3 and a half, 4 and a half, and a 5, and a half, and a half. Yeah, quarter, and a half, and a 75, no 6, and a quarter. How about 6 and a quarter? 6 here, guys. 6 and a quarter, and a half on site, 75. How about 75? You gotta go 675. How about 675, 75, 75 here? We have sold on site for 6.5, and let's see, what's your number? These are down there, and here's number 17, there's a 111, that's fine, right? So you don't have a medic, give me pounds on. Well, how about 5? He said 3, you take it a quarter, 3.5. 75, not 4. How about 4? Not quarter, not quarter, not half, 75, not 5, a quarter, half, 75. How about 75? Now 6, now quarter, now half. How about a half? Now 75. How about 675? Now 7, 700, and a quarter. And a quarter, now half, 750, 75. How about 75? I'm going to go 75. Now 800. 800 and a quarter, 825 and a half, 850, 75. And now 900, up and 9 and a quarter, 825 and a half, now 50. And a half, and now 75, I'm going to go 75 pounds, and now a quarter. How much quarter? Need a quarter. How much and a quarter down here, and we have sold it for 1,000 even online, okay, fine. Here's number 8, 6, every now and then. Right, it might be soft, so, okay? Just in case, I'll say that. Okay, here it is, we've got about 900, let 9 here, 5. You said 3, 3 and a quarter, half. How about 3 and a half? Are you ready, sir? 3 and a half. I got 3 and a quarter, 350 million, so 10. 3, 25, number 6. 19 is a no 70 concentrate. Hey, more than that, so the cycle values, hey, $400. How much $400 where? 3 and a quarter. How much 3 and a quarter here? 350, gotta go 50, 50, why not? How much 350, 15, 350, 75, 4 and a quarter. And a quarter, this 4, need a quarter. How much 4 and a quarter? 75, 5, give me 5. How much $5? A quarter, no half. How about a half? Money's $5 and a quarter. How about a half? You want a half? No? He's not doing it. 5 and a half, sold. 5 and a quarter, number 6 is, here's number 20. Here's a 2013. Okay? What do you do here? How about $300? $400? How about 4? He said, I got 4. 1.5, not 5. Gotta go 5, no half, 5.5, paying 50, 50, 50, quarter, no half, no 75. How about 75? 75, 6. 600, gotta be 6. And a quarter, 6 and a quarter, 6 and a half. And 75, no 7, a quarter, no half, $75, 75, and 8 and a half, and 9 and a half, and 1,000 and a half, and a half, 8, 50, 1,050, I got 1,000 right there. How about 10 and a quarter down here, and I stole a ton in the back row for 1,000 even, 1,000 even. Hey, what's your bike number? 46. 46. Number 21. Here's an old. Good title, Tom. What do you say? Are you gonna give about 900? How about 900 bucks? Well, he said three. We're gonna quarter. We're gonna have 75 4 and a quarter, and a half, and a half, and a quarter, half here. 75 5, 500 and a quarter, and a quarter, and a half, and 75 6, and a quarter. A quarter, and a half, 6 and a half, 75. You gotta go 675. And now 7, and now a quarter. How about 7 and a quarter, and a quarter, and a half, 7 and a half, 75. How about 75? He's 75, 8 and a quarter. How about quarter? It's over here now. 8 and a quarter right here, and a half over here, 50, 50. Okay, 150, 50, 50, 75, gonna go 75. 8, 75, 9, 900. How about 9, 9 here, 900, 900, down here, let's go, and we have Super time for 875 straight away in the back row. 17 on 75. I you say that. This needs back, that's all. He said, pray to call the hand, 350. How about 350, 50, 350, 350, you're right? How about 350 and we sold it 10, 325, number 6 to buy one. It's cheap, 323. There's another one. All right, for about a minute, salvage title here, here's it. 1,000. No, I didn't think so. How about 5? How about 5? He said 3, 3.5, 4, 75, no quarter. How about quarter, 1 quarter, and a quarter, and now a half, 50. How about 50? You're gonna go 50, 50, 450. What do you say? 450, 50, and we have silver 10, 425, number 69, right here. There's a line in here for it. Right here, guys. Everybody should. Okay. Okay. I thought you might just check, you know. Here we go. I got 3, so I got a quarter half. How about 315? You're gonna go 50, 50 over here and 75. Now 75, 4 and a quarter. And now half. And now 75. How about 75, 5, 5 and a quarter, 525. He's in at 5. A quarter and a half, and 75. How about 575, 6, 600 on site and a quarter. And now a half, 6 and a half, 75, and 7. And 7 and a quarter. You got 7, 7 and a quarter, 7 and a half, 75, now 8, and now 8. That's right, you gotta go 8. How many hundred in here? I think I will. How many? I think he likes it. No, he doesn't like it. Solar tank, 775, 775. Let's see. Números en no? ¿Qué números? Número. 120. Okay, it's upside down. 120. Here we go. 25. There's another one. Around the managed to deliver on the good title guys. Here it is. How about 9 bucks? That looks pretty good. Hey, how about 5? How about 5 bucks? Good title card. 375 4. How about you're gonna go 4 and a quarter? And a quarter and a half, or 15, you're gonna go 50, 50, 4 and a quarter, 4 and a half here. How about 475 pounds and a quarter and a half and 75? How about 75? I'm gonna go 475. Minus 5 and a half, and 6 and a quarter. How about 6 and a quarter? 600, need a quarter, guys. How about 6 and a quarter, okay, now. How about 650, 50, 650, 6 and a quarter? How about 650, 50, no, so the time. 625, on. Okay, here we go, 56. Here comes 16. Right, we don't have the money, they're gonna go here. How about pounds to go here? This side looks pretty good. The other side's kind of rough. All right, here it is. Say, give me 1,000. He said 5, 5 and a half. 5 and a half and 6, 700. How about 7? He's 6 and a half, 7. You want 7? 75, okay, fine. Now 7 and a quarter. and a half. 75 now eat. How about 27, 75, 800 now eat. And a quarter and a half, 75, 900 now, no, 9, he's 875 inside. I got 9 and a quarter, now half. How about 9, 15, what is one? Put your hand up. I got 1,000 quarter, no half, and 75. 75. I got 1,050 here, 75 online. 11, not quarter. You know the quarter's red, right? Okay, I got 11 and a half, 75 and a quarter, and a half, and 75, 13 and a quarter. And a quarter, 2 and a half, and 75, 14 and a quarter, and a half, 75, 15 and a half, and 16 and a half. How about 16, 50? And now 17, now 15, gonna go 50, 50, 17, 50, 18, 18 online. Now half, 18 and a half, you guys are all half, 19 online, now half, and 2 and a half, and 1. I'm at 21, 20, 50 here, 21 and a half, and 2, and a half, and 3, 23. Go to bed, put your hand up. 20, don't be shy. 23 and a half, 4, now half, and a half. 24 is over here. How about 25? Let's see them there. Now half, no 6, no half. How about a half? No 7. How about 27? You guys all did like over here. 27, now half. 27 and a half. 27 and a half, 8. I'm at 28. No? So 27 50 online, 27 50 online, okay?
Don't be shy.
Be shy. Okay, first to be shy. Okay, here we go. Here's number 10. 2015, you get it sometimes, right? Hold on, automatic, good title card, got a little scratch right there, but you can fix that. Now, where do you find? Who put 1,000? 3 and a quarter, 3 and a half. I got 350, 75, I'm gonna go 75, 375. How about 375? It's a charming car, man, 375. No? So, at 350 to number 6, right? So I'm sure, okay, fine. Here's number 20, 13, some of it, right? Solid shape of the title, guys. Here you get 9. Number 100 here, he said 3, I'll take that much for you. And a half, and 75. Number 75, he's 3 and a half right there. 75 4. And 4 online, that quarter, look at me. 4 and a quarter and a half, 75 5. How about 5 round? 4, 75 on side. Okay, 5. How about 5? I'm gonna go 5, 100 and a quarter and a half. And a half, he's found a quarter here. How about a half? No 75, no 6. 6 and a quarter and a half, 75 7. And a quarter, 7 and a quarter, 7 and a half. I got a half, 7 and a quarter half here, 75. 75, now eat. How about 800? Now wait, months, 8 here, need a quarter, now half.
I got even a quarter on mine. He didn't have.
And a half, 75, now 9. How about 9? He's 875, 9, not quarter, now half. How about a half? He's 9 and a quarter, 9 and a half. Wrong side, right? 9 and a quarter.
I think we're 9 and a quarter on side.
Solar tank, 925, number 4, 925, put them on number. Then we have an old tree, and make it easy. The road is good, and it runs to us. They will tell you, well, I think about 4 and a quarter half. I got a time, it's even better, now half, now 6. I'm about to say, he's 5 and a half, 6, 75, now 6, and a quarter, and a half, 75, and 7, and a quarter, and a half, 7 and a half, 1 7 and a half. He's 7 and a quarter, 75, now 8. How about 8? Now a quarter, 8's over here now. How about 8 and a quarter, and a quarter, and a quarter down here, we have a quarter half, 75. How about 75? He didn't have one side, 8, 75 on line 9, 900 and a quarter. And a quarter, 9's over here. How about 9 and a quarter, and a quarter, and a quarter here in rows. How about 9 and a quarter, and we have solar tank for 900 now, or 900 now. You see his number there. Here we go down, here comes number 30, here comes another 150 on the key charge, 400 minutes, pick it around, it goes wrong. Now you're gonna give me about 2 grand to start. 1,000, give me half. How about a half, here, 50, 1,050 quarters, now half. I got a half here, now 75, 11, now half. How about a half and 12? to 12, now half. How about a half, 50, 13 and a half, and 14, another half, and now 15, and 15, and another half, and 16, gonna be 16, 16 on line, now half, 17, now half, 18 and a half is 18, 18, 50, and the 50 over here, 19, we're gonna go 19, now I got 19 and a half, 2 grand. How about 2, now half, 2050. And the 15, gonna go 50, 50, gonna go 50, and the 50 down here, now
Half.
no 1, 21, 21, your turn, 21, 2050 right here. How about 21, you're gonna go 1, you're gonna go 1 down here, we have sold. 2050 online, right, very good. All right, here we go. Here comes some of the, all right, Ford Explorer. All right, Ford, how about time to go, you said, bring it a quarter, bring it a half, here, 75. How about 375, bring you 3.5. How about 375, 400 and a quarter, you can take a 4 and a quarter. How about 4 and a quarter and a quarter, right here, a half, 450, 75. How about 475, 475, 4.5 over here, 75 high. How about 500, not 5 and a quarter. And I do, I got 5 on site here, 5 and a quarter. How about 5 and a quarter and a quarter, yes or no? How about 5 and a quarter, and I'm going to sell it, $500 number 8. Number 8 here is number 32, number 13, right? Quarter how the bench, for the wrong contract. You want 5? He says 3 and a half, not 4 and a half. And go half, 455, 500, now half, 550, and then 56, and then 50, gonna go 50, 50, gonna go 50, now 7, how about 7, good 7, 6, 75, 7. How about 7, not over here, where you 7, 50, 75. How about 75, I'm gonna go 75, and now 800. How about 800, 800, now 8. How about 800, 800, now 800, now 800, we sold it. We're 775 online, here's number 33. Got 07 equity, right? For this side here, it's like that's 6. All right, here we go. Somebody get 1,000. How about 5 to go? 5 to go. 5, 5, 3. 3.5. Now 4 and a half. 450. He's 4 here. 4 and a quarter. 4 and a half. 75. How about 75? Gotta go 75. Now 500 and a quarter. And a quarter. 5 is over here. 5 and a quarter. Now half. And 75. How about 75? And 6. 600 and a quarter. 1 and a quarter. On side is 6. 6 and a quarter. How about 6 and a quarter, and a quarter, and a quarter, and a quarter and a half, and 75. How about 75? 1 is 6 and a half. How about 75, 7, 7, and a quarter, and a half. How about a half again with 75? What about 75? How about 7, 75, 75, 75, 75, and we have solar tank 750, number higher, right? Here's number, here comes another. I got it. 400 minutes. We're going to like three series 3. Wow. How about 3 and a quarter? How about 3 and a quarter and a quarter? 3 and a quarter and a quarter. 75 high. And a quarter, 75, 1 and a quarter now. How about 5 and a quarter? Now half, 550. And then 50, 75, we're going to go 75, 75, 6. How about 6? 6. How about 6? Going to be 6. How about 600, 600 here? You said no. We say sold. 575, online, okay? Then here we go, number 35, original 1. Okay, to 100 minutes, figure the run, move the button. That's 3 grand, it's too much. I got 300, 400, 3.5, 4 and a half. How about 450, he's 4.5 and 5 and a half. And the 50 quarter, now half, 75, no 6, no quarter, now half, 75, and 75, 7 and a quarter, right here, a quarter, 7 here, a quarter half, 7 and a half, 75. How about 75, now 800 and a quarter, 825. How about 25, reach the bid. How about 8 and a quarter, and a quarter, and a quarter down here, we have, now half. Almost 75. 875. I do. I got a half right here. 875 guys. 875 900 and a quarter, 925. How about 925? Whatever day you see. How about 9 and a quarter and a quarter right here, a half 75, 975. Now 1,000, and 1,000, a quarter, nearly 80 people. How about 10 and a quarter and a quarter here, we have solar tank for $1,000 even. Put them on number eight, the buyer, 36, number 5, to get a camera. Right, quarter hour, $7, save you the 800. I got two, I already got two, you need a quarter and a half. And a half, you got a quarter, half, you need half, 75. How about 75? Now 300 and a quarter, 325. How about 3 and a quarter, 3 and a quarter? Put a foot off. I got 3 and a quarter. How about 3 and a quarter and a half, 350, 75? How about 75? I'm saying 3 and a half. How about 375? You're gonna go 375. Yeah, not over too. 375 solar tank. 350 number 4. 350 price number 4. For 30 cents an hour. Yes. There we go. I tell you what, I'm strictly on here. 89. You said 3.
Got it.
Okay, here we go. We got 7.5 on the caddy, guys. I'm gonna make a battery change. 775. 775. No, sorry. Or 750 online. Okay. Let's see here. Here's number 38 on the can for the state. Good title card on, saying that he said 3 and a quarter. How about 3 and a quarter, 3 and a quarter, no, 350. How about 350, 50, 350, 350, 50? He said yes or no. 3 and a half? He says no. I said so. For 3 and a quarter, number 6, number 6. Okay, 39. Okay, 900. Okay, fine, 3 and a quarter. How about 3 and a quarter, right here, hang 350? How about 350 here, we got return. How about 350, 50, 350, 350, and I guess it's still 3 and a quarter, number 6. Okay, here's number 40. Ford Mustang, right? See this one? Let's see here, Mustang car. Five, I got 3, 3 and a quarter. 3 and a quarter, 3 and a half. How about 3 and a half? Yes, sir. 3 and a quarter right here, 350. On the Mustang, how about 300? Who said yeah? 3 and a half, 4, 4 and a quarter, and a half, 450, 5, 5 and a quarter, 5 and a quarter, 5 and a half, 6, 6 and a quarter, 6 and a half. How about a half? 650, your turn. 675, 7. How about 7 here, 675, 7. How about 7 down here, 7 and a quarter. 7 and a quarter, 7 and a half. How about a half? 50? No, 75? 775. I got 7 and a half there. 75? Now eat. How about eat? How about $800? Now we eat here, $800 and we, I think that did it there. Solar tank for 775. Sir, what's your number there? Hey, you know, yeah. Come on, man. That's $100 penalty for not being ready. What's your buyer? What's your buyer number? Edward, you want it? No, we're not gonna play that game. Sir, come on in. Come on in. Let me inside. I need your buyer number. He's here. Well, get in line. Get in line. No, don't go that way. Go this way.
This is for the Mustang. Hold on one second. I'm gonna put a.
Okay. All right, here we go. Here's number 41. Here comes 2010. I'm not on the car. All right, there goes down. Quarter automatic. Paper title here. What are you going to get here now? He said, bring it quarter. Now half. I got to have a 75. I'm going to go 75. We're going to have over here. 375. I'm going to go 75 here. We're on site. We're going to have. How about 375? 375. I'm sold the time. That's $350 for number 8. 8 is my way. I read it on. Hey. What's your number? Do you get a number? Do you have a number? Yes or no? You don't have a number. Okay, fine. Here's number 42. Here comes a 2015 Nissan Sentra car. 4-door out of the Keystone, going to be pound 10. How about pound to go? 35, here, 75, 600, 175, 6, down 40. How about 40, 40, 6 and a quarter, no hand, 6 and a 50, 6 and a quarter, half, 75, no 7. How about 7, no quarter, no hand, no 75. How about 75, no lead, 800, no sight, no quarter. And a quarter, he's in the lead, 8 and a quarter. 8 and a quarter, down here, and a half. And that's 75, and 9, and a quarter, and a half, and 75, and 1,000, and a quarter, and a half, and 75, and 11, 11 here, and a quarter, and a half here, 11, 50, 75, 12. How about 12, big 12, big 12, big 12 here, and I have soda tank, 1175. Number 8 is my right. Here's number 43. Hey, here we go with the 2014 Ford guys. Hey, give me time out. And let's see here. It's in the windshield. I got 30 for the quarter. A quarter half. Half. You still get a quarter, 3 and a half? I got 3 and a quarter. 3 and a half, guys? You said, half, 75, 4 and a quarter, and a quarter and a half, or 50, 75, 5, 500 and a quarter and a half, and I'll say it down the quarter. How about 75, 6, and a quarter and a half, and 75, and 7. How about 7, but 7 here, you need 7. How about 7, we're on site, 675, 7. How about 7 here, and also 10. 675, number 4, number 4, here's number 44, here's number 6, let's just continue, right? 400 left, 80,000 bucks. Over 1,000 goes there, pound. 5. It's a Lexus, not a Hyundai. I got 3, 3 and a quarter. 3 and a quarter, half, a half, 75, 175. 75, 4 and a half, let's see the better. How about 5? How about 5? Give me 75, now 5. Now quarter, 1.5, 75, 6 and a quarter, and a quarter, half, here, now half, you need half, 675, and now 700, how about 7, 600 plus 7, how about 7, little 7, little 7, down here, then I have, so 675, okay, and let's start over 5, this is 2016, so we prove that. Right, over that, stay around here, that's a 95. They can get in here, he said 3, 3 and a quarter. And a half. How about half? We can set up 4, 4 and a quarter. And a half, 75. How about 75? Not 5, not quarter. And a quarter and a half, 75 there, 600 and a quarter. How about quarter and a quarter here, and a half, 7 and a half. How about a half? 7's here, need a half. And 75, 8 and a half, and 9. How about 9? 8 and a half, I need 9. I'm gonna go 9. He says 875, now 9. And a quarter. And a quarter, 9's here, you need a quarter, and a half. 50, now 75. And now 1,000, and now a quarter, and a quarter, now I got a quarter and a half. How about 1,050? You're gonna go 50, 50, and a pound of 50, and 75, 11. What do you say? 100. How about 11 and a quarter here, 11 a quarter. How about 11 a quarter and a half? How about a half? Come on, let's go. How about 11, 50, 15, here's 11, 75, 12. How about 20 here, 20, 100, 12, and now a quarter. I'm not going to hold it on 50, and 50, 50, 50, 50, 75. Number 75. Number 75. 13, good like old ladies. 13. What color is your purse? 13, not quarter. Oh, nice. 13, not quarter. And then a quarter here, you need a quarter to man. 13 and a quarter half. How about 1350 silver thing? 1325 on. Right. Here we go. 46. Here's an old trick. Rather than should have won and 100 on the nine, what do you say? Number 34 in the total now, 350, no 75 and 4. Number 4 in the quarter in the high, 450, we're now 75. From the 500 in the quarter in the high, 75 and 6. 6, my 40, so for the quarter in the high, 650. And the 50, 650, about 650, and we have Super tank for 625 online here, 47 409, sign next week. All right, let's see here. Yeah, fire job, yeah. No, it's fine. It's got a title, though.
I got 200 bucks.
He says two and a quarter. No, so, 200, number six for 200 bucks, okay? Here comes the 48. This is the one of okay? And no trans and no fender and no wheel, and, more we talk about it, the better it gets. All right, here we go. I think you give me time here, and he said two and a quarter. How about two and a quarter, so $200 number six, $200 and number six. Well, it wasn't that good. I here's number 49. Here we go with 2015. Right? Well, not out of that. I got a half, 75. How about 75? It was 75, right here in the middle, 3.5. 75, 4, not quarter. And a quarter here, a quarter now, and 450, no 75. How about 75? I have 4.5. 75, 5, and a quarter. I have 5 on site, and a quarter. How about 5 and a quarter, and a quarter, yes or no? 5 and a quarter now, and 75. How about 75? We're on site, 5.5. How about 75? I'm going to go for 75, and we're going to sell it for 550, 550. Number one, number 174, 174. It's a 2000 on the city car. Maybe 500. How about 5, 3, 3.25, 3.5. I got a hand down here, he's 3.5, and 75, and 4, and a quarter. And a quarter on side at 4, need a quarter. I'm a quarter, and a quarter, and a quarter down here, just so when we have silver tank. $400 in the back row. What's your number there? 171, you got it, 171. Here's what. All right, 4.5 again, straight to the bottom. Got a good title here. Hey, the pound closure. Number 5, 6. Number 6, he's fine. Take 6. 6. Are you ready? 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12. Number 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 2 rings. 21. Then 21, 22, 23, 24, and now 5. 25, 6, 26, 7, 27, 28, now 9, 29, now 3,000, and 3, 29, 3 grand, I'm gonna go 3 grand, I'm gonna go 3, I'm gonna go 3 down here, nice, 3 grand, 31, 32, 32, 31, 2. I'm at 32, I'm gonna go 2, he's saying no, and I'm saying sold right here. At 3,100, and let's see, so what's your number here? He's got folded over, he has buyer number 138, 138, all right, nice. Thank you very much for coming out tonight. Make sure you pay your bills, get your cars out of the yard. And don't forget, next Thursday, we'll do this all over again, all right? Let folks come in at 8 a.m., we open 8 a.m. tomorrow. And do your business, you get to pull noon to get your cars out, all right? Thank you very much.